Hey guys, this is Jesse with Passfire. I'm here today in Las Vegas, Nevada at the American Pyrotechnics Association convention, and really excited to run into Chris Lutts from Cobra, who's also here. He's got some really interesting updates for us on this year's upcoming Cobra Con conference, which is happening in April. So Chris, can you just remind me, first off, when the conference is happening and where it is?
Yeah, great. It's going to be this year at Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Just outside of Cincinnati, for perspective, on April the 26th through the 29th, with an optional day, April 25th, for PGI shooter school training.
Great. And so, yeah, that's kind of a change from last year. You guys had your first year in Saratoga Springs in New York. I went to that.
Right.
I thought it was awesome. I've heard really good feedback from that.
Thank you.
And so what was kind of the decision in moving it to the Midwest this year?
Well, we felt like being in the Midwest, it was a little more accessible to more people than flying to New York. We wanted to do bigger, better fireworks shows, which are a little bit more difficult to do in New York than they are in Indiana. Mm-hmm. We wanted a event center that was closer to an airport and major highways, so it kind of fit the bill there as well. So there was a lot of things like that went into consideration after talking to our attendees and those that didn't, to move it to the Midwest.
Great. And so, yeah, from what you've told me, I mean, Lawrenceburg is going to be an awesome location for it. You guys are kind of pulling out all the stops this year with the event itself, and also working with like the city of Lawrenceburg to do some really fun kind of extracurricular activities. Can you tell me about a few of those?
Yeah, the city of Lawrenceburg has really embraced the event. They've been super excited and are great, are really stepping up to help us out. So the first day, Sunday night the 26th, for registration. Right after that, we're closing down the streets out in front of the event center. We're opening up the bars and restaurants, bringing in some food trucks. We got a stage and a band set up, and the city's like, yeah, shut her down. We'll help you out there. So everywhere we're going, they have stepped up to really help us out. On the Passfire movie screening night, doing a big kind of beer garden barbecue kind of night, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
And you got that giant screen, right? We're talking 30
feet plus. Yeah, it's
wow.
huge.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a blast. We added a demo night this year, so we got the Lawrenceburg Speedway, kind of a traditional dirt track, what you guys are going to be heading to Winter Blast here shortly, where all the vendors that are exhibiting are going to have a few minutes to display some of the new product, and we got 3 pyro musicals after that. We'll have some snacks and things available there as well, so that's going to be a great new addition based on feedback from customers. And then close it all out at Perfect North Slope, some fantastic 1-3 shows from Pyro Spectaculars, Art Rozzi Pyrotechnics, just to name a couple. But they're going to be 3 or 4 big shows that night, so that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there's really kind of nothing else like this as a fireworks event. I mean, it's kind of a new thing. It's hitting a special niche. So for people who've been there, I think they get it already. But if people haven't been there before, besides just all these fun activities, what is it? Why should they go to Cobra Con?
Well, that's a great question. The first thing I want to say is that, yes, it's put on by Cobra, but it is not an exclusively Cobra event, right? We want this to be accessible to the pyro enthusiast, that just from the backyard guy to the professional that wants to come and network, to learn, to go or lead sessions to help train others. Yes, there's a lot of Cobra sessions where you can perfect your skill and what you're trying to do. The backyard guy, it helps give them a path to becoming a professional. For the professional guys, it helps train their teams for the coming July 4th season. It allows us to talk about new product that we're coming out with, right? We're going to use Cobra Con as the platform for launching new products, so it gives everybody a chance to see what we're working on and how we're doing, and interact with the Cobra team, right? We talk to them all the time, either through support or through shipping or ordering. Get a chance to meet them and just network and hang out. So the event itself was just for pyro people, from pyro people, for the love of pyro people, but to get educated, train, enjoy, and hang out. So that's how we came up with the event. It's not manufacturing, it's not regulatory per se. We cover a little bit of all that stuff in sessions, but we're not doing it. It's a different event.
Well, it sounds really exciting, and with all those other events you've got in there, and then I understand there's lunches, there's a lot of meals included.
Right.
And so people can get, how do they get tickets to go to this?
So they can go to www.cobra-con.com. Tickets are available on there. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was a conscious decision we made to include breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snacks to make it so that people didn't feel like they had to oh, it's lunchtime, I got to go disappear. It's a scheduled time, and it's provided. So that way you can keep the flow of your event. There's plenty of time where you can break away and do your own thing, dinner being one of those, and then come back for our nightly activities. But the tickets are available on the website now. There's the optional shooter school for the Saturday before available on there as well. That's a $60 fee and includes lunch with that as well. It's pizza lunch, but still lunch. And
I like pizza.
Right. And we got great instructors. We got Howard Fry and Dean Putt from last year, PGI certified, and John Rossi. So even the state like Ohio that doesn't necessarily accept PGI, you can come and get your certification with John Rossi being an instructor for Ohio.
Well, that's great. And how much are the regular tickets for the event?
Regular tickets are $299.
And that's actually, I mean, that's a great value, because you've got, you just were saying, you got lunches in there, right? You got breakfast in there.
Right.
You've got all these events.
Right.
And you've got the seminars.
Right.
And it's a 3 or 4 day event, right?
Yes, technically 3.5. You got Sunday night for the opening party and registration. We'll actually have our Cobra store open that day as well this year. So if people want to come in and interact with the store or purchase their discounted stuff, Cobra does their largest discount of the year at Cobra Con. We feel like if you made the effort to come, we want to reward that with the largest discount you can buy on Cobra gear heading into July 4th. So that'll be open on Sunday.
So you can basically, if people go in there to buy Cobra gear, they can pay for the cost of the event.
Exactly.
Just in the discount they get on the gear.
Absolutely, and work it out to where it's a free event for them and get all the stuff they want. So it's a we feel like a very good deal for what we're trying to do. We try to keep it very reasonably priced. We know that all ranges of customers come, and it's not realistic to spend $500-600 on a seminar like this, right? So we wanted to make it accessible, so we offered a great discount early. We feel like it's a very affordable price now, and we want it to be
and it's
something for everybody.
Fun, education, and food. You can't beat that, right?
You can't beat it. And hanging out with cool people like Jesse and Hannah and Scott and all these other big display operators that'll be there, and all the other backyard guys that you see on all the YouTubers that show up. Right,
that's right. You get a lot of YouTubers.
Right, you got Joel Robinson, the Golden Boy of Cobra, and you got
Dan Haynes.
You've got Cody B Pyrotechnics and all these other guys that'll be there that you see and watch all their stuff. Come meet them and hang out with them. It's a fantastic event for that sort of thing.
Right, and it's really you get that FaceTime. It's a great way to meet people, to just sit down and talk to them. You might never get to talk to them otherwise. So
now, I don't know about you, but for me that was probably the biggest pleasant surprise outcome of Cobra Con last year. Was all the networking and camaraderie. There was nobody there that was above or below anybody else. Everybody had a chance to talk. I mean, we had John Rossi from Art Rossi Pyrotechnics scooping ice cream for people. I mean, come on, that's fun.
That's a famous name right there.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, that's fantastic. That's how accessible and real this kind of event is for everybody.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
that was fun.
Well, that's really cool. Now, the other thing that's exciting to me is I know you mentioned you're doing some giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to tell me a bit more about it?
Yeah, no. So last year we gave away, I think it was $10,000 worth of Cobra credits through some different stuff. So this year we're going to do a very similar experience, but also have several other vendors that are participating at different levels. We're going to do a lot of fun things this year with our mobile app and how we gamify some of those giveaways. So it'll be really interactive for the folks attending and for the folks participating. It's just going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do those at the end of the event. And it should just be a great time and give everybody an opportunity to kind of win some fantastic big dollar prizes. So it should be great.
And probably also a good chance to get kind of an update on what's new in the pipeline with Cobra too, right?
Absolutely. There'll be all kinds of fun surprises about things that we'll have announced and ready and that we're actually working on for the coming year. And this is the place to see it, because we're not going to blast it out on Facebook. It is a Cobra Con event exclusive.
Yeah, and that's all. I mean, because you guys have just come so far in the last 10 years. So it's always amazing to see what you guys have planned next and what's up your sleeve. So,
I mean, and for us, this event it does help that too, to be honest, because what happens is everything we do is for the customer, right? We're not sitting back and going, oh, we're going to do this because it's cool for us. We're doing it because customers have said this is stuff we want to have. So when we can have all that FaceTime with customers ourselves,
right,
and be able to get this feedback on little tweaks, changes, or product developments, or ideas, or thoughts, everything we hear gets put into the cycle of that's what we do for development, not just out of the back room like, hey, let's see if people want this, let's make it. So that's not how we do it.
Well, I mean, the Cobra system, right? It really is kind of a system that was created from the feedback from the actual pyros.
From the beginning of what we've ever done to now, that has been true.
That's really amazing. So remind me again what that web address is for the tickets.
Yeah, it's www.cobra-con.com. So you can also go to Cobra's main website, and there'll be a link back to that. So CobraFiringSystems.com, and you can link back to it from there as well. It lists the schedules and agenda, the sessions that are available, and we're continuing to add new ones. One for you with the World Record Shell.
That's right. That's going to be exciting.
It's going to be fantastic.
So it's going to be basically a whole little, inside scoop on what went into doing the world's largest aerial firework in Steamboat Springs just on February 8th.
I'm looking forward to that one myself.
And this is something that we've actually been involved with for over 2 years.
Wow.
So we were there when the first attempt didn't work, and we were there when this attempt was successful.
It's going to be an awesome session. I mean, these are the kind of cool things that it's not really Cobra related, but if you love fireworks, you love hearing about the behind-the-scene details of that event, because it was so awesome. World record, right?
I mean, and actually it was Cobra related because it was shot on a Cobra system.
Right,
so,
right. So it's fantastic. I think these are things that that show that the event itself isn't just about like go buy a module. Cool things like that.
And what you can do with the system.
Yeah. So the website's just chock full of stuff. It's got the agendas, the schedules, the speakers, sessions. If you have any other questions that aren't answered there, just shoot me an email, and it's on the website, and we'll answer away whatever we need to do. We would love to have everybody come.
So that's Cobra Con 2020, Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Yep.
It's April 26th to the 28th? 29th. So it's 3 days. That's right, because you had an extra day.
We did, and that was, again, based on customer feedback. Last year we did 2 days, and it felt a little rushed between some things, so we were able to expand some of the sessions, do a little more hands-on, do some separating between beginner and advanced, and stretch it out over 3 days so we didn't feel like we were just go. And then we separated shooter schools so that people that actually need that 8-hour course for their continuing education didn't feel like they had to miss sessions. They can still go to those. So those were great changes, all customer feedback driven.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be the event to be at this year.
Well, we think so.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I mean, last year was awesome, so it sounds like you guys are really putting in a lot more this year, a lot more planning.
Right.
It's going to be a great event. So that's Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Cobra Con 2020, April 26th to 29th.
Yep.
And I'm going to be there.
Yes.
We're going to see you
Can't
there.
wait to see you there.
I think it's going to be a great time.
Great.
So, all right.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.